Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Alright, so I'm at the airport. About to depart in about next hour or so. Headed to Wilder versus Tyson Fury. WBC heavyweight champion versus the lineal, at least in most people's eyes, the lineal heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. So I said I would come out when boxing gives me a fight that's worth traveling for. And definitely Wilder Fury is worth traveling for. So would be the winner of this versus Joshua if it happens here. I'll definitely travel to that one as well. But all right, man, I'm gonna see y'all when I touch down to LA. All right, boxing fans, so we made it to LA. You can see we made it, so we here. Probably try to catch the weigh-in in a few hours here. So I'm gonna check that out. Be back with y'all in a minute. Kuzman and Mitchell, and I want to review that Usmanov versus Michael Hunter fight as well. All right, right now Fury Wilder is about to go on stage right now.
In association with TGB Promotions, Bella Entertainment, and Showtime. Sponsored by Corona Extra and Casa Nova.
St. Cruzan was good.
It's Wilder versus
Pete Money
Fury
was
for
good.
the heavyweight championship of the world.
Chris was good.
12 rounds
Clint
of boxing in a showdown of undefeated heavyweight giants for the WBC title. And now, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming first to the stage.
Who y'all got tomorrow, man? Who y'all going with? Fury or Wilder?
6 feet 9 inches. His record is 27.
Let's see if I can get it.
Knockouts. He is the lineal heavyweight world champion from Manchester, England. Please welcome the Jersey
Let's see if I can get the camera on. Let me see. It's a pretty decent turnout, man. It's a pretty decent turnout. There they go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
There they go, the Tyson Fury
standing
chance.
at 6 feet 7 inches. His record 40-0 with 39 victories coming from the ring.
Wow.
He'll be making the 8th defense of his title.
It's a nice UK gathering right now here, man. They're loud, they're drunk. I ran into a few of them.
The province for
Nice turnout, man. It's a nice turnout for this. See what y'all talking about. Chris going with Fury. Standing 8 count was good. P Money says. Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Great to see you guys show up, man. I was at the weigh-in earlier. Went live. It was so damn. It was crazy down there at that weigh-in, man. Tyson Fury has got some UK fans over here. If you guys caught my live stream about an hour ago, you guys heard the fans, you know, it was only one Tyson Fury. They're going crazy, man. I kind of like the atmosphere, man. You know, I like the fact there's some UK fans out here supporting Tyson Fury. Obviously, Wilder got his. There was a lot of Wilder supporters out there. See you guys are coming in the building. Yeah, I wanted to go live again, man, because I tried to go live at the weigh-in. It was crazy out there, man. It was a good turnout at that weigh-in. But I wanted to cover a few heavyweight topics, man, while I'm out here. Waiting for y'all to show up. AZ was good. Al Heyman. Pusha Blaine was good, man. He says enjoy the fight tomorrow. I certainly will, man. Enjoying this Cali weather right now, too. God damn, it's beautiful out here. DJ Zion Love.
You
Same way you did.
Please have your tickets out, folks.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So we just left off the fight. Before I even give like what I thought about the fight, first let me say, man, it was a great turnout, man. It was live up in there. It was live with a lot of UK fans. They were loud, root for their guy. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of Wilder fans in there as well. So first and foremost, I just had a blast at the fight, man. Like I said, it was crazy up in there, man. When Tyson Fury was, landing his touches and doing what he was doing, throwing quick combinations and all that, the UK crowd was going crazy when Wilder got the knockdown. The guy, the Wilder fans, we were going there going crazy because I was cheering for Wilder to win the fight. You know what I mean? Just like the UK cats in there was cheering for Fury. But it was a great fight, man. And I thought Fury won a lot of rounds against Wilder, man. Now, I'm gonna watch it again and do a thorough breakdown by watching it again on TV versus watching it live. But watching it live, me and one of the UK dudes was in front of me. I see some people that I was talking to. Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? I got the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder t-shirt still on. My last day in LA, waiting for the lift right now so I can head to the LAX and head back to the Midwest. But directly behind me there in the background, you see the Staples Center off over there, right there. History the other night, man. It's Monday, 12 noon right now, LA time. But history a couple days ago. I was glad to be a part of the action. Waiting for the next big heavyweight fight to hit the States, man. So when that happens, I will sure be there. But my journey here to LA was great. Enjoyed the food, enjoyed the weather, got to see some family. It was great out here, man. Went to the fight with my wife, so the atmosphere was crazy. It was jovial. It was everything you imagine of a big sporting event, a big fight. All right, but history was made regardless of who you thought won the fight, whether you thought it was a draw, whether you thought Fury dominated, or whether you thought Wilder knocked him down twice, so he should have won the fight. It was a great fight, man. I'm out. All right, so this is the end of round one right here. As you see, immediately after the round, Tyson Fury puts his hands up. Now, this round right here, man, when the round started, all right, Fury came out with lots of hard feints. Wilder was, he was trying to find a home for his jab. Both guys are trying to find a home for their jabs, all right? But while they're trying to find a home to land punches, Fury was doing a lot of, like I said, feints, head movement, moving around the ring, moving his shoulders, going left to right. He even put his hands behind his back. So he was looking more stylish, I would say, when both guys were trying to look for openings. So, but to me, I don't really score that. If you guys are looking for openings, but one guy's moving his shoulders, moving around, moving his head, making it look good, and the other guy's kind of standing there, going side to side, kind of casual. To me, you're both doing nothing. Just because one guy is making it look a little bit more stylish, I don't score that. All right, but when they did try to land some punches, Wilder was aiming jabs at Fury's stomach. I did like that. Some of them missed, some of them kind of grazed. And then Wilder attempted like a 1-2 to Fury's body where he was throwing the jab, and then he aimed the right hand to the body. I thought he was doing a good job of trying to
throw jabs to the body on Fury and try to land his right hand on Fury to the body. All right. Fury was in this first round, he was grabbing Wilder to sully kind of Wilder's attack. When Wilder would throw the 1-2 or throw the jab, but try to follow up with something upstairs, Fury's doing a very good job of evading Wilder's right hand to the head by bending at the waist and ducking down. Now this will come to play. It'll be a different story later on in the fight with Fury bending out the way, but he's an agile guy, man. You know what I mean? Fury is a big, agile guy, so he can move and get out the way, and he was doing that in this round, making Wilder miss that right hand occasionally, all right? And I thought he did a good job of grabbing Wilder. You know what I mean? Why even try to fight with him, especially this early? Grab him and hold him, all right? So I thought he did a good job of that. Wilder tried to do his little thing he did against Stiverne. Remember when he knocked Stiverne down, then he ran towards Stiverne and did like a little juke move, a little fake to the left and go to the right, and then, you know, that type of thing. Tried to do it to Fury. And Fury mimicked them and tried to do it back to him. Both guys didn't do anything, but I noticed that in this round. All right. Wilder landed a good early in the round. He landed a good chopping left hook before Fury grabbed him and put him in the clinch. All right. Fury, he was doing he was throwing his jab in combinations. He'll throw 3-4 jabs in a row, and literally some of them he'll just miss all of them. All right. And Wilder was missing single jabs. Fury was dancing around using his jab, but he was missing. All right. Wilder, I thought, was outlanding Fury I thought Wilder won like the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this fight, of this first round. All right. Fury landed a good right. He was jabbing to Wilder's body. And then he landed a good follow-up, like he was digging to Wilder's body with the body shots. I did like that segment of the round when he did that. To me, man, I thought Wilder won the first like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Some of it, both guys are doing nothing. Fury was, you know, hard feinting. Wilder was looking to land his right hand, but I thought he did more. All right. Both guys are kind of inaccurate the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but I thought Wilder did more. But the last 30 seconds of the round, last 28 to 30 seconds, I thought believed the Tyson Fury. All right, like the 6-second mark of the round being over, Fury landed a good right hand on Wilder. That kind of looked like Wilder's was kind of out of place when he got hit with it, and he kind of stumbled a little bit, and then Fury came with another hook and landed on Wilder. I thought that right hand was the best punch of the round, and that belonged to Tyson Fury. I thought he won the last 28 to 30 seconds of the round clearly. All right, so I thought Wilder won this round. Shit, to me, he was winning up until the 2 minute 30-second mark. He didn't hit the canvas. He didn't go flying and, you know, stumbling and almost touching the canvas. All right, I thought Fury won the last 28 seconds. And immediately after the round was over, he threw his hands up. All right. Fighters are supposed to do stuff like this, especially when you know that you came on the last 20 to 30 seconds of a round, kind of the old Sugar Ray Leonard type thing. And you give the impression like, hey, I won that round. I'm schooling them. Look. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I gave Wilder that first round. All right, so I have Wilder winning the first round. All right, so as you guys see right here, it's at the minute 58-second mark of round 2. All right, now this is what I mean about early. Both guys are doing just a lot of posturing and feigning. You can say that Wilder was more of the aggressor because he was the one stalking Fury around the ring. Kind of funny seeing somebody that weighs 44 pounds less and shorter, you know what I mean, actually stalk a guy. But both these guys are very tall, you know, but it just looks kind of weird. But that lets you know the type of power that Wilder can generate to make a guy move like that, although Fury is a mover. And it lets you know that Fury's gifted as well by being able to be that big and move around the ring. All right. But anyways, man, a lot of nothing going on. You know what I mean? A lot of posturing and missing jabs. That's all they did the first minute and 2 seconds of the round. Now about 17 seconds later, Wilder threw this combination with the left hand and right hand. The left hand he threw before this kind of went around Fury, at least from this TV angle, kind of went around Fury's right glove. It seemed like it could have landed, but obviously not flush. And then his right hand seems as if it could have caught some of the side of Fury's head and maybe some of his shoulder. You know, but there was a lot of this going on. But Wilder is the aggressor. He is trying to initiate the action. Although Fury's moving around, doing a good job on his legs, Wilder is trying to initiate an actual fight. And a few seconds after that, Fury comes forward. He misses about 2 jabs, and then he threw a little combination right hand that landed on Deontay Wilder. So he came back. So I like how Fury was able to do that right after Wilder came forward with some offense. A little more of the same as the round went forward here. As you see, Fury put Wilder in the headlock. Wilder came forward trying to throw a jab right hand, and Fury started to hold him. Like I said, that's a good game plan to have. There's nothing wrong with that. To me, there's nothing wrong is when you do it excessively, you know what I mean? Just throughout the fight and not trying to do anything. All right. But his game plan was, hey, when Wilder gets close, grab him. I weigh 44 pounds more than him. Let me tire him out like that. I'm not going to get into just a firefight with him. All right. But at the same time, though, you're not trying to initiate any type of offense. Wilder, in this little segment right here, he did land a little sneaky chopping left hook when both guys were kind of standing upright before he got put in the headlock, that I thought counted towards something, especially when when this is going on. All right. So little shots, little sneaky shots like that, I was scoring because that was offense that was scoring. All right. All right, so the final few seconds of round 2, it was kind of heating up like the last little 5 or 6 seconds. Wilder came forward over in the red corner. He had threw a left hook right hand. The left hook like it caught Fury on the guard and the right hand missed. And then Fury slipped out of the corner and he came back with like a hook that Wilder had his gloves up. So they kind of was catching each other with their gloves up. And after the round, Fury immediately raised his hands up. All right. I thought Wilder did more. I thought he was more the aggressor. He didn't land everything, but he was trying to initiate a fight. All right. Defensively, Fury was doing a good job of making Wilder miss that right hand, turning and rolling with shots. But it seems as if that Fury's more, in the second round at least, more celebrating the fact that, hey, I made you miss without doing anything to follow up with some type of offense. All right. I thought Wilder did a little bit more. I thought both guys were missing a ton of jabs. They're doing a lot of feinting, fencing, and posturing. All right. But I thought Wilder did more, and he landed a little sneaky left hook inside. I mean, I thought he landed just the more telling shots in this one round that they had right here. But to me, both guys really didn't do that much. I thought Wilder did a little bit more than both guys not doing, with them not doing as much. I thought he did more in this second round. So I gave Wilder rounds 1 and round 2. Okay, so the first, 40 seconds or so of round number 3, same of what the last 2 rounds were. Posturing, hard feints, both guys missing jabs. Now, Fury did do something at the very start of the round. He kind of switched it up. He came out hard feint and went jab to the body. I thought that was some good work. Thought that was a slick move. You know what I mean? Then Wilder, probably a few seconds before this 219 mark, he landed a jab. It could have grazed Fury's chest, but there was a lot of that going on. But I did like that jab to the body when Fury dropped levels like that. I thought that was a little clever move right there. All right, so this is the end of round 3 right here. I actually gave this round to Fury. I thought Fury landed a nice little 1-2 on Deontay Wilder, and then right after that, he went and put his hands behind his back briefly. Then he moved around the ring a little bit. Wilder, I thought, landed some good right hands that you can argue that they probably were catching Fury's left elbow, could have caught around the elbow, but it looked like it landed from the TV view. So I gave him credit for some right hands he was landing to the body. Fury landed some little nice body shots. He'll throw a combination upstairs and then end with a left hook to the body. Again, you can kind of argue that the 1-2 he threw upstairs first got caught by Wilder's gloves, and then that his shot to the body counted. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that going on, man. A lot of these dudes grazing each other and just doing a lot of missing. All right, but I thought it was more of a Fury round that he, did let his hands go and landed some little pepper shots. Peppering Deontay Wilder with a little 2-3 punch combination. Nothing hurting him, but just peppering him and moving. All right. And I thought Wilder, like I say, landed the right hands to the body. He was missing some right hands due to Fury making him miss. I gave Fury round 3. All right, so the first minute of round 4 here, guys, they're moving around, trying to land their jab. Wilder seemed like he's landed a decent jab on Fury a couple seconds before this that made Fury kind of wipe his nose a little bit. Fury using his jab, moving around, still trying to make Wilder miss. All right, Wilder still trying to initiate some offense. Fury he has really good defense going on right now, man, with moving around the ring. And Wilder keeps landing like this little right hand, not not necessarily towards, it's not on Fury's back, but it's at least around Fury's left elbow, because Fury does a good job of shelling up when he's rolling with punches, and that right hand that Wilder's throwing, like that hook, is landing kind of around Fury's left elbow due to Fury moving and rolling and slipping and bending. But I think Wilder's trying to initiate the fight, although Fury is making him miss. But I think Wilder is being the aggressor, although some of it, or a lot of it, is not landing, but Fury isn't landing that much as well. Fury is doing very hard feints, man, to try to get Wilder out of place, which is a good idea. He's doing very hard feints, and then he'll throw like a double jab, but he's missing the double jabs. All right, in the round 4, during this round, man, Fury's nose got busted. It's like it's one of those jabs. Although Wilder's jab, when he's landing it, because Fury has good defense, he's moving and rolling and getting out the way. When Wilder's throwing it, he's kind of off balance a little bit, so it don't look like technically, it doesn't look like that's a great jab, but the stiffness of the jab is bust Fury's nose. All right, Wilder threw a wild right hand towards the end, maybe like I forget what mark it was, like 20-second mark or something. He threw a wild right hand that Fury made him miss, but then on Fury's way out, because he pivoted out and he pivoted out and he stepped back, but when he stepped back, there was like a wild left hand that Wilder threw. It looked like kind of, it caught Tyson, not flush, but it still caught him enough to make him wipe his nose and kind of acknowledge that he did get hit by looking at Wilder, saying that, it really didn't hurt, or I got out the way of a full left hand. All right. But I thought Wilder won this round as well. He busted his nose. I thought that jab, although it didn't look the prettiest when it was landing, it did bust Fury's nose. I thought he was initiating the offense. Fury did exhibit some good defense, but I didn't think he did enough offensively to try to get points. All right, so I gave Wilder round 4. All right, about a minute or so into round 5, again, posturing, feigning, both guys trying to find openings. Fury's trying to make a miss and counter. Fury did a good job of landing some lead left hooks, probably about 10-15 seconds before this minute 54-second mark. All right, and I thought those were the two best punches landed, not necessarily flush, but I did think they did land somewhat, and I thought those are the two telling shots of the round so far. All right, so Fury was attempting his jab. He was circling, and then he threw a jab, left hook, right hand combination. Wilder did have his guards up, but Fury's trying to initiate some offense while Wilder's just stalking and just trying to jab, but he's missing the jab. So I gave credit to Fury for that little combination right there. It didn't necessarily land flush or knock Wilder off balance, but him trying to initiate and him landing them, I gave him credit for that. All right, so as of right now, it's a Fury round, in my opinion. Wilder seemed to land a little right hand to Fury, then Fury answered right back with a 2-punch combination. All right, in the round 5, I gave Fury that round. Thought he did a good job this round of answering Wilder back. All right, so when Wilder would try to land a something significant, Fury would either make a miss and answer right back, or if Wilder did hit his gloves or something, Fury would answer right back. All right, so I thought this was a Fury round. He made Wilder miss some right hands. Beautiful defense by Fury, man. I'm still amazed that a guy this fucking big can move like that, man. It's amazing to see a guy, 6'9", 255, 60 pounds be able to move that the way that he moves. All right. Haven't been impressed by the movement of a super big heavyweight like this since Vitaly Klitschko, as far as just the herky jerky, that type of movement. All right. But I gave Fury round 5. All right. All right, Fury landed a little combination probably a few seconds before this minute 46 mark of round 6. So far, to me, that has given Fury the edge in this round. Still, again, a lot of posturing, feigning. Guys, they're trying to establish their jabs. But that right there, I'm giving Fury the round so far. As you see, Deontay Wilder's left eye is starting to show some damage. And I think it's due to Fury, landing some occasional right hands on Wilder's face, man. This dude, although Fury's not, known as a KO artist, he's still a 260-pound man punching you in the face, all right? And we've seen Wilder swell up in fights before, the Johan Duhaupas fight. So Wilder, he does swell up around the eyes in his fights. I've noticed that in the past, all right? So I'm giving Fury round 6 so far. To me, I think he's ahead right now in round 6. All right, so the end of round 6, the little last part of round 6, in my opinion, Fury landed some little quick 1-2s. He landed a quick 1-2 and he spent out. I think that was like at the 40-second mark or something like that. But then he spent out. Wilder was kind of abandoning his jab to the body, which I thought he should have been doing more of. He threw it like one time, maybe once or twice in this round that I can remember. Wilder did land some little short chopping right hand off of Fury's head. Fury took it well, got back on defense, made Wilder miss a lot. I thought Fury did it more in this round. There's even segments of the round where now you could say that Deontay Wilder willingly went back to try to set Fury up, or it was Wilder trying to take a break. Whatever you think, I thought Fury was the aggressor for some few seconds here and there. You know, he really didn't do much. But yeah, I thought Fury won this round, in my opinion. So I gave Fury round 6. Also, one thing I noticed is so far, Fury is just briefly switching to southpaw. You know what I mean? He's not staying in southpaw full time. He'll just briefly do it for literally a few seconds and then switch back to orthodox. All right. But I gave Fury round 6. All right. As you can see, round 7 has started. Both guys, you know, still trying to find home for their jabs, look for openings. Right here is when Fury stepped in with a quick 1-2, a right hand that caught Wilder. Before this, Fury, he would do these little things where he'll step in with a quick 1-2, which I thought was a good game plan. Wilder did land a good little snapping left hook towards the beginning of this round. But as of right now, I have it a Fury round with the defense, him stepping in with these little sneaky quick 1-2s that I like. But yeah, I have Fury ahead so far in the first half of this round, of round 7. All right, Fury crept in with another little sneaky 1-2 that he's landing. He's like catching Wilder in moments when he either misses a shot or he's standing there looking. Fury take the initiative, step in, 1-2, left hook, right hand. I like that he was doing that. And then Wilder looked like he was getting kind of pissed off that he tried to charge forward with some shots. Fury's making a miss. And then Fury held him. You're the 44, you outweigh the guy by 44 pounds. Thought that was a good game plan, man. You know, Fury's tough, man, when he can make you miss and then after make you miss, hold you. He's big enough to hold you, put the vice grip on you. You know what I mean? This is a guy that was able to control Vladimir Klitschko in the clinch. And we know how strong Vladimir Klitschko was when he wanted to not engage on the inside and hold his opponent and wait for the ref to break him. And then, you know, Klitschko used to get back to that jab and work his way to a victory or knockout. All right. But I like that Fury was doing that. Just want to point that out, that he is landing these little sneaky quick 1-2s on Wilder. So yeah, I have Fury winning this round so far still. All right, so round 7 is over. Fury landed another little sneaky quick 1-2 with the left jab, right hand. Wilder is landing some good jabs in there, man. It's not really being, you know, looked at and oohed and all that. I do have the sound down, but it's like they're just chipping away at Tyson Fury, making Tyson Fury consistently wipe his nose after he gets hit one of those jabs. Now, Fury does do a lot of type of movements. He kind of does that old school stuff, man, where, you know, guys are in there moving from left to right and they're using their gloves, kind of patting at the top of at their forehead and, you know, tapping their chin with their right hand. Kind of, it's like that slick boxer movement type of thing. So he does that a lot. But, however, I think he was wiping his nose a lot too when that jab would land or anything would land towards his nose. All right, so that he is blooding up that nose. But I thought Fury won that round. He did a good job of making Wilder miss. Wilder did throw some jabs to the body. But I thought, just in my opinion, right, from an outsider's point of view, I thought that he wasn't using it the right way to set up the right hand, meaning that he would throw the jab to the body and then he'll pause and then he'll jab upstairs and then try to throw a right hand that Fury would make him miss. I thought he should have worked to the body and then come upstairs with the next punch, not jab to the body and then go upstairs with another jab right hand. I thought it should have been jab to the body, then come across with the right hand, or double jab to the body and then throw a right hand kind of aiming at Fury's chest, being that you know he's going to duck and roll, But Wilder did that later on in the fight where he kind of lowered the right hand and wasn't throwing a high right hand. I know Fury's tall, but Fury can make himself go from 6'9" to 6'1" by the way he bends and rolls. All right, but however, I gave Fury round 7. All right, so the end of round 8 right here. This round kind of reminded me of the first round with Fury doing a little bit more, in my opinion. Around about that 30-second mark, he threw a nice little flurry. I thought that was a highlight of the whole round. I think both guys were doing a lot of moving, posturing, trying to land a jab. Wilder was missing some right hands. Fury was making him miss. Wilder was aiming for him, but Fury was making him miss with good defense. Pretty much the highlight of this whole round, in my opinion, man, was that flurry that Fury threw. He landed a good right hand on Deontay Wilder. But Wilder still landed these little sneaky hard jabs. Man, I think his sneaky hard jab was probably one of his, well, not the best punch, but probably one of his punches that people are kind of overlooking. But in this round, I gave to Tyson Fury, man. I gave Fury round number 8. All right, so we're about a minute into round 9. This is the knockdown that Deontay Wilder scored. The right hand that landed on him, man, Fury, like I was saying at the beginning of the fight, he does a great job of bending at the waist. Sometimes bending at the waist can get you in trouble because you can get caught on the side of your head. It may be deflect off the back of your head because you're bending down. I don't think Wilder was like, hey, I'm going to aim for the back of his head. I think he just aimed to throw a punch knowing that Fury was going to bend down and get out the way, got caught. All right. Fury went down. Okay. Moments before this, Wilder landed another nice little right hand that Fury took well. Then he started, he kind of took his gloves and kind of hit his head like, come on, I can take it, kind of, hitting his own chin, that type of thing. When guys do that to show their bravado that they can take your punch. Usually that means that you caught him with something good, all right? But Wilder landed a nice little right hand right here. Another little small thing that I noticed is after Wilder landed the right hand, he threw a left hook afterwards. So I like the fact that Wilder, when he was throwing that right hand, he was trying to come behind it with left hooks. All right. Later on in the fight, that left hook that landed on Fury in the 12th round. We'll get to that, but I was noticing that about Wilder, and I like after he throws that big right hand, he likes to come back or at least try to throw left hooks after the big right hand. So I like the fact that he has, he likes to implement to his game. All right, but just one little thing I noticed about Tyson Fury, man, as you see him down right here, he kind of has his hand on the top of his head, kind of looking up like, oh, looking up at the lights. You know what I mean? Fury still, man, he's one of the only guys I know, man, that can still find a way to make light of being knocked down. You know what I mean? But he did take his time getting up. I do think he had his faculties and everything when he went down this time right here. But he did get up at 8. You know what I mean? He didn't just pop up and rush to get up. All right. He did get up around about 8. All right. Let me rephrase that. He was up at 9. All right. When he got up, he was up. The ref said reset 9. All right. Then he asked him, do you still want to continue? So on and so forth. So he got up at 9. All right. 9. So after Fury, so after the ref tells him he want to continue, lets him back out. Wilder comes over, swinging, trying to get him out of there. Fury did the right thing, get his head together. He knows Wilder's super aggressive right now, loading up. He was trying to roll, move, get out the way, clinch, let the ref break him. You know what I mean? That's smart little old school tactics that he was doing right there. Wilder still trying to get after him, trying to hurt him and knock him out. And as we always say, we always, agree, us fans and, the pundits and everything, Wilder's at his most vulnerable when he's on the attack trying to finish guys. This is when he gets wild, all right? And this left hand right here, I was trying to get it to stop and pause when it connected on Wilder. But this is one of those times when Wilder's coming after him, Fury's on the back foot, and Fury was doing so much defense, he disguised his left hook because after he landed this little left hook right here on Wilder, he kind of dipped back down. So he landed it as he was dipping back down. I thought that was a clever little shot right there by Fury. Go on the back foot, keep bending at the waist, but as you bend at the waist, throw a hook, you know what I mean, as you're bending down and disguise it. And I thought that was a good shot to give Wilder's attention, to let Wilder know, hey, you dropped me, but I ain't out yet, you know what I mean? But Wilder is still on the attack, being the aggressor, trying to stop Fury. Fury landed a good shot right there. All right, so that's the end of round 9 right there. I thought Fury did a good job of fighting his way back, making Wilder miss and landing some occasional little, scraping body shots and a jab here and there. He was throwing at Wilder's guard. Wilder was getting, you could tell that he was tired from throwing those big shots. Fury did a good job, in my opinion, out fighting Wilder towards the end of round 9, but I do not think it was enough to warrant a 10-9 round. All right, I gave this round to Deontay Wilder 10-8. I don't think Fury did nothing so significant to where you have to say, oh man, it's a 10-9. He gained that point back. But he did get the respect back from Wilder that, hey, I'm still here, man. You know, you're not going to knock me out in this round. You know what I mean? He did a good job of that. He was sticking his tongue out, doing a lot of, you know, machismo, bravado type stuff, sticking his tongue out, putting his hands behind his back to show that I'm still here. All right. But I did score this round 10-8 for Deontay Wilder. Fury did a good job of showing that he was not out of it, and he fought well after the knockdown. All right. So I gave that round to Wilder, round number 9, 10-8. So the first 30 seconds of round number 10, Fury lands a good 1-2, and then he followed a good 1-2 with a left hook, and then he followed up with another nice sort of 1-2, kind of made Deontay Wilder stumble back briefly here. But Fury's coming out being aggressive with these little quick 1-2s that he's throwing. He's getting off first. Fury's still initiating the offense, throwing jabs. One thing is he is walking towards Wilder, and I know that if you back Wilder up, that seems as if that'd be the best chance to try to land some offense on him, being that he does back up in straight lines sometimes, especially when he's tired a little bit. He'll kind of back up straight up with his guards up, give you opportunity to work his body. But the one thing, man, just like in the Luis Ortiz situation at round 10, or that right hand that initially hurt Ortiz, was Wilder off his back foot backing up, and then he just turned into a quick right hand. All right, so that's one thing I was looking at, like, man, if he, you know, keeps following him around like this, he may run into a right hand, but he's doing a good job of maintaining his distance while being the aggressor with Wilder, trying to walk him back with jabs. Right here, he landed a little uppercut and a hook that landed on Wilder that I thought was a decent shot. I got Fury winning round 10 so far. Now, a few seconds before this, Wilder landed a little clubbing type of shot on the back of Fury's head, man, and it's because of Fury's defense. Sometimes a defense like that can be a gift and a curse. I know Mayweather, for instance, right? He would complain about getting hit in the back of the head sometime. I remember Manuel Stewart was like, Mayweather has very good defense, but just his defensive style, a la James Tony Bernard Hopkins as well, when you have good slippery defense like that and you can bend at the waist well, you're going to get clubbed on the back of the head because guys are throwing shots and sometimes you're leaning down into the shot, all right? So I don't think he was like, hey, I'm gonna try to hit the back of your head. Just he's bending down, he's throwing a shot simultaneously, just clubbed him on the back of the head. All right. But Fury's still winning the round, in my opinion. Wilder is trying to be aggressive, but he's missing. Fury's making a miss. All right, Fury just got done landing a good quick 1-2, and the right hand was loud, and it was a good right hand he just landed on Deontay Wilder. Fury's having his way in this round so far, in my opinion. Round 10, in my opinion, was probably one of Fury's most dominant rounds, man. As you see here, he's kind of sticking his tongue out at Wilder. They were talking shit at the very end of round 10 here when the ref was breaking them up to go back to their corners. Fury, man, with that quick 1-2, he's landing it on Wilder. Very dominant round by Tyson Fury, man. That quick 1-2, when he steps in with it or after he makes Wilder miss, I think was his best game plan. Get off first or make Wilder miss and then attack him quick. Don't give him time to breathe. Don't give him time to reset. Attack him when he's off balance. I thought Fury did a good job of that, man. I thought he dominated round 10, man. Just he outquicked Deontay Wilder. I thought he had his way this round. Gave round 10 to Tyson Fury. All right, so it is the middle of round number 11 right here. And so far, I think it's a Fury round. He's getting Wilder first. Well, first of all, they came out posturing, trying to throw jabs at each other. Then Wilder came forward and was aggressive. He threw a volley of punches. He was missing them. And then Fury came right back and threw his little volley. He was missing them, but I did think there was a little chopping right hand in there that caught Wilder. So I thought he got the best of that little exchange. You can tell Wilder's getting frustrated, and he wants to land something big on Fury. Fury knows this, and he's making a miss, exhibiting good defense. But the first half of this round 11, I have Fury winning it. All right, now a few seconds prior to this minute 7 mark, Fury landed a good jab. You can kind of the camera angles was in back of Wilder. You can see Wilder's head kind of snap back in a fly in the sweat fly off the back of his head, got hit with a good jab, and then Fury landed another good jab, and then he landed some good body shots, and then they started to clinch. All right, so still, again, I got Fury controlling this round 11. All right, so a few seconds before this, Wilder landed, I thought his best punch of the round so far was a little left hook that he dug to the body. Fury kind of acknowledged it, shaking his head. I thought that was Wilder's best punch so far. And Fury with his clinching, I think he's doing some clinching. I think he's doing it in an effective way. He'll get off and then he'll just hold Wilder. You know what I mean? Why try to get into just an all-out slugfest with the guy? All right, so I think he's doing a good job of that. But like I said, a few seconds prior to this, I thought Wilder landed a good little left. He kind of dug a left little uppercut type of hook punch to Tyson Fury with the left hand to his body. All right, Wilder landed a little thudding little left hook, probably a second or two before this 2-second mark of the 11th round. Before this, though, Fury landed a nice little right hand. Wilder landed another little body shot that looked like it could have hit Fury's elbow, maybe kind of hit behind the elbow. But all in all, though, I gave Fury this round. So I gave Fury round 11. We're headed to round 12. All right, so round 12. All right, now this is the round Fury went down in. All right, now the way that this knockout occurred was very intriguing in my opinion. All right, so the round starts and Fury is he's standing in front of Wilder. He's actually inching towards Wilder. He's not being the back foot guy the start of this round. Mr. Boxing Today. What do you mean by that? I mean that he's standing in front of him. He's still, doing the herky-jerky thing, but he's not necessarily moving. He was standing in front of him, and he actually landed a good right cross a few seconds before this happened to him, okay? So then he goes back to the old Tyson Fury, backing up because Wilder threw a jab, so he backed up. And then when he backed up, he kind of turned, and when he turned, that's when Wilder hit him with that right hand. Looked like it hit him off his temple, maybe off the side of the head. And then he was going to go down off of that. And then that left hook that Wilder threw, it seemed as if that it was just the cherry on top. All right, but it wasn't. All right, but he did go down. He went down hard in the venue when I was there. Man, that dude went down like a sack of potatoes, man. It looked like he was unconscious from where a lot of us were sitting. Even the UK fans were like, oh shit, it's over. It might be over. Now, as far as this count, all right, regardless of what you think about the count, it doesn't even matter, in my opinion, because, well, I mean, what I'm saying is this, dude. Fighters pick up the ref's count, all right? It was just like Buster Douglas, and I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, man, but we can sit here and say, well, he was down for 30 seconds. The fighter picks up the ref's count. So a fighter may actually hit the mat and could be down for 2-3 seconds. Visibly, like everybody's looking like, damn, he's down for 1, 2, 3 seconds. But if the ref rushes over to him and gets over the top of him and says 1, 2, the fighter's going to go by the ref's count. The fighter ain't going to say, nah, ref, I know you're at 2, but I hit the ground 3 seconds ago, so I've really been down for 5 seconds. No, it doesn't work like that. Fury's going to pick up, or any fighter's going to pick up what the ref is counting in front of his face. All right, so you may think that he was down for 2 seconds or it was a long count or whatever. The fighter's going to pick up the ref's count, man. All right, that's how I've always looked at this. So this here is nothing new to me. A lot of fans, acting like a situation like this is new. To me, it's like, bro, the fighter always picks up the ref's count. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, he was down. I did not think he was going to get up. And he got up around about that 9. So both knockdowns, man, he was getting up at 9. He was not jumping straight up after these knockdowns, man. All right. So he is down so far in this round. We have a lot more to go in this round, but that's what I thought about the knockdown. And Reese, he does a lot of this walk over there and come back to me. He did the same thing in the 9th round. He was like, go ask him, does he still want to continue? Then walk over there. He does that. That's his little thing that he does in his fights, man, that I've noticed. All right. All right, so Fury gets up. Wilder, first of all, Wilder thought the fight was over. All right, he was, he did the old neck slit thing where, guys say it's over with, and they, act like they're, doing the slit on the neck type of thing with his glove. And he blew a kiss, I think, to his wife or something like that. So he thought the fight was over. And even in the presser, Wilder was saying, like, kind of shrugged his shoulders, like, oh shit, this dude got up. You know what I mean? So props to Tyson Fury for getting up, man. Not too many men on the face of earth, would have been able to get up from a shot like that. And his head kind of bounced off the canvas too. You know what I mean? But Fury gets up, Wilder throws a volley of punches. The left hook did land. All right, he did land a nice left hook in there, but those other shots were wide and wild, and Fury was able to get out the way of those punches right there. But that left hook it was like a little nice left hook that landed on Fury. All right, so Wilder's still trying to walk him down and get him out of there. He's missing. He's being aggressive, but he's missing. Fury put his hands behind his back to kind of show, hey, I'm still here. I'm still in control of this. Although I got knocked down, I'm still in control. Kind of giving that type of vibe off. Wilder did land another little chopping left hook. And then Fury started to come back with his own shots. He landed a good left hook, another good right hand, made the sweat fly off of Wilder. Even made Wilder kind of initiate holding. You know what I mean? So Fury is coming back and he is fighting strong. All right, Fury just landed a nice left hook. Wilder's tired. You can tell he's tired. He wants to hold. Fury knows this, so he's trying to pepper Wilder with some shots while he's tired and trying to rest. Fury's not letting him rest. All right, so Fury, the last 30 seconds or so is coming forward. And this is, again, man, this is when, guys, if you want to score body language, the body language favors Tyson Fury. He's inching closer. He just went down in this round. Wilder is visibly tired. I think he's more tired than he is hurt, but he is getting caught with some good stunning shots that's not helping the matter. You know what I mean? But Tyson Fury is pounding his gloves together. His body language is that of somebody that's like, the fresher guy right now. And right now, Wilder is tired. He's backing up, but he's still dangerous, man. You just don't want to run in on this guy. Fury knows that he's a smart fighter. He's a defensively responsible guy. So he knows this, but he is trying to initiate the jab, and he is inching closer towards Wilder, and he's more willing to seem like he's more willing to throw some shots right now. Wilder's looking more to rest and stay on the back foot a little bit, in my opinion. All right, so Tyson Fury is attempting some shots upstairs. Looked like they could have grazed, some could have got through, but he did land a little scraping body shot to Wilder, and they clinched, and he's pressing Wilder against the ropes. I thought Fury could have used his weight a lot more in this fight. I know he's a back foot fighter, but kind of what he did against Steve Cunningham when, the dude's a big dude, man. He's not some little outboxer. He's a big motherfucker, man. So I thought he could have tried to use his physicality on Wilder with his weight, and did this a lot more in the fight. Not all the time during the fight, but I thought he could have mixed this in a little bit more in the fight, where he's putting his weight against Wilder and kind of, holding and hitting, kind of bust him up like that, make Wilder stand upright and push him against the ropes. All right. But yeah, Fury is definitely, since he's got up since that knockdown, is definitely fighting back. But not enough, in my opinion, to warrant a 10-9 round. Not like he dropped Wilder or anything like that, or had him close to going down, in my opinion. I didn't see that. But he is fighting back. He is landing with some clean shots. Wilder is trying to take a rest, and he is buzzing Wilder a little bit. All right. Again, not enough to where he's flying across the ring or anything like that. All right, Wilder, a few seconds before this is when the bell rang, the final bell in the 12th. Wilder did attempt a right hand. Looked like he was trying to just go for it at the end with one right hand that missed. And again, man, body language. Fury did a lot of this. After rounds, he'll immediately raise his hands up. You know what I mean? Immediately start pumping his fist. You know what I mean? So he did a lot of that in this fight. Wilder's kind of looking into the crowd. I think his people were over in that area. I could be wrong, but he's kind of looking into the crowd like, yeah, what? You know what I mean? Fury has his hands up like, hey, I got this. I won this. All right. So my final tally. All right. I gave Wilder round 12, 10-8. I did not think it was Fury did enough to warrant a 10-9. I gave it 10-8 to Wilder, but I do think Fury had some very good moments in this round, especially after before he got hit with the right hand left hook. Remember, he landed a nice right cross. And then after he got up, I thought he did well in round 12, but he got dropped, and it wasn't some little grazing shot that dropped. I mean, he got dropped, man, like a sack of potatoes. All right, but he got up, he fought well. Now, I gave this fight a draw. I had it a draw initially watching it in the venue in Staples Centers. I said that I would do a thorough breakdown of the fight and really watch it, and I came out with the same exact score, 7-5 rounds. I gave Fury 7 rounds. I gave Deontay Wilder 5 rounds. But when you total up the score, 113. That's my scorecard. Take it for what you want. You guys leave me your score in the comments section. Great fight. I'm glad that I was a part of history. Good fight by both men. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch. if a rematch doesn't occur, I want to see Wilder take on Anthony Joshua for undisputed. Maybe the winner of that can take on Tyson Fury, where we'll have the lineal on the line versus the undisputed. All right. So you guys let me know think in the comment section about this fight. That's my score. 7 rounds for Fury, 5 rounds for Deontay Wilder, but with the 2 knockdowns, a score of 113, 113.